I'm just getting some of this off. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Come again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm coming with a message. And this is going to be an awesome message. Being so, my plans were to cover Ecclesiastics. And that's where I was doing my study. But the Most High wanted me to go into another area. And it kind of rests on Genesis chapter 3 and 15 to give you some more fulfillment in spirit and truth. So you'll know what is actually taking place in this day and time. Because there are things that's going on that is really confusing. It's really confusing many that are walking in the light. Because even though they have their light, they still is kind of confused with the personalities that's out here and the type of people on their workplaces, in their families, in their communities, in their neighborhoods. They see these things taking place on the news. They see things going on in the world and they kind of like confused. And it ain't so much as they lost for hope, but they have lost some hope because when Sister Deborah see all the stuff that's going on, I'm like, Father, y'all, do you see this? As if he don't, but he does. And I'm like, what? I'm gonna tell y'all what helped me a great deal is when he can speak to my spirit and then tell me, I want you to go here, read this. See, this told you already, Deborah. And I'm like, I really believe the Father saved the best for last. Because here I am doing my study so I can, and it was good. Oh, Solomon, I was having a time. Oh, we was having a time. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is really good. And all of a sudden, I moved a little way, then a little way. I said, wait a minute, where I'm going? Me and Solomon was just having us a time. I end up in this total different area. I guess it also has something to do with this is the seventh day. This is the seventh day of what I suffered, okay? And what he has taught me from Monday to this Sunday. This is 7 days. I'm not saying it's the 7th day, but it's 7 days he has ministered to me, y'all. And in them 7 days, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've learned so much. There's no turning back. There's no turning back. When you have a relationship with the creator where he feels fit, that he's going to school you a little harder. That what kind, y'all just don't know what give and gave is. To where he's taking this and he said, okay, now from Monday, he didn't say Monday to Sunday. As I think he got into Tuesday, then I said Wednesday. I said, wait a minute now. It looked like he's going, he might days into 7 days, not the 7th day. You know how I said on the 7th day he rest? Not like that. 7 days schooling me, starting from Monday. You see? And honestly, could it have started Sunday? No, I think it really started Monday. That's when he was really schooling me. And I'm thinking today is the last day. And he put a whammy on me today, y'all. So just get ready, get ready, get ready. Please, 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 please get you a piece of paper and a pencil. We're going to have some time. We're going to have some fun, y'all. We're going to have some real fun. And in the process of it, we're going to learn things we never learned before. Because within that 2 hours in my study time, he switched me from what I was studying to what he wanted me to speak unto you. So somebody out there, God wants you to know what I'm about to say. And he wants you to take it to heart and never let no one ever take it from you. Okay? So it makes me feel good because I stepped in, when I first started, I stepped into Psalms 18. So if you ever wonder about Deborah and you're trying to figure Deborah out, you can go to Psalms 18, read the whole thing. And when you finish, that's who Sister Deborah is. Okay? So when you go into Psalms, that's me. That's me in Psalms. I was given Psalms since I was like 17, 18. And he said, if I ever get lost anywhere, not lost as far as in an area of the home, through Psalms 18, because he said I can find myself in there. So if you ever want to kind of know who Sister Deborah is in Yah, you can also find me resting in Psalms 18. Okay? But what we're going to talk about today is going to be really a lot of fun. And I want you all to interact with me in the live chat, because this is going to be very interesting. Very. And I want to first start off, and I hope you got a pen and a piece of paper, so keep up with what we're about to talk about. I want you to go back to Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. Giving me Genesis chapter 3 helped Sister Deborah a great deal Monday on what I experienced for those 3 days he was with me in an event. Okay? Those 3 days, I couldn't believe I put so much in it and got nothing out but spiritual vibes, wicked spiritual vibes. So come Monday, that's when he started comforting me in a way. You know how he say he's your comforter? That's what he did Monday. And I still felt the pain. I still felt the heartache, the disappointment, the sadness. I still felt it. And see, while he comforting me, that's a part of the 7 days that he's been with me closely, showing me things. So he started off by showing me Genesis 3 and verse 15. And this will help you out too. Because if you go to Genesis 3 and 18, let's go there. And we're going to have a good time, y'all. Watch this here. Just stay with me for a minute. You go to Genesis chapter 3 and verse 18. Not 18, 15. I think she got it. Thank you so much for Yah's child for putting that down. Genesis 3 and verse 15. I said to you all the other day, when you give me a thumbs up if your Bible has Genesis chapter 3 verse 15 with a star on the left side, or star on the left side. Give me a thumbs up if your Bible, Genesis chapter 3 verse 15, has a star on the left side. Anybody, if I can get even just two thumbs up with anybody. But what happens is it leads me to understand, okay, we got one star up. We got one thumb up. If I can get one more before I can go from here. Or do anybody have their Bible with them? In Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. And if that's the only thumb, that might be telling me their Bible don't have the star. Okay? So just leave it at that then. I can move on. In Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, this is going to help you from this day on, y'all, it's going to bless you. So know that have any time in your life that you're going through and you're trying to figure out how you're doing the best you know how. You're working overtime trying to tame your personality, your feelings, your emotions, just to try to walk in the light or try to be upright, okay? And you just can't seem to please everybody. You're trying to figure out why I just can't get it. Why mama just can't see me for who I am in God. Why daddy can't see me for who I am in y'all. Why is my friends, they can't see me? Why is it that my neighbors, my community, or my job, no one seems to see who I am in the light? Okay? I want you to go with me in Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. It says, I will put intimacy between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. You see? That right there would allow you to understand that Yah, from the beginning of his creation, when Adam and Eve and Adam was placed in the garden, okay, and how even Yah said it is not good for this Adam to be alone. He said that in regards to him being alone, but then he made the animals and then gave them to Adam for him to name. So Adam wasn't alone, you guys. Think now. Adam wasn't alone, you guys. But Yah said it is not good that man be alone. So therefore, all of the things he gave Adam to be over, to tilt, seemed like he shouldn't have known what being alone would be like. Because if he can't miss what he didn't have. Just listen to Sister Deborah. So therefore, here he is, and everything the Father created, he said it was good, it was good, it was good. But once he stuck man right there, where he did not make woman, he said, wait a minute, hold up. This ain't good. You know why? Something he already knew. Because he created the beginning to the end. He knew Adam and Eve were seeds of the serpent. He knew that already. When he placed Adam and hadn't even created Eve. But yet he knew they were created to be the serpent seed. You see? That's why Cain came along, being the child of Adam, the seed of Adam. And what did he do? He took the life of the seed of the woman. See, what they have been teaching the people is this seed of the woman is going to crush the head of the serpent. They thinking that that's the Messiah. No, baby. No. It is the Messiah, because Messiah is the seed of the woman, but he wasn't the only seed. That's why he was keeping the bloodline of the spiritual seed clean. Because the Messiah, Yeshua, wasn't the only seed of a woman. Because if we had to wait for the Messiah all these hundreds of years to come on for the woman seed to crush the serpent head, that's not true. But do you know 99 trillion who say they know a God teaches that? Who say they know a higher teaches that? That Yeshua, the Son of Man, was the seed in which the Most High was talking about in Genesis chapter 3 and 15. He was the seed of the woman, but he wasn't the only one. Hallelujah. When he was routing Naomi and Ruth, he was routing that spiritual seed, y'all. He was bringing, because remember her husband and her two sons had died. So therefore he's bringing back that spiritual seed, the seed of the woman, back down to Bozak. I think Bozak was a part of the family, but he was not just a part of the bloodline. He was a part of the spiritual line. Praise the mighty Yah. Praise the mighty Yah. See, as we let the flesh teach us, the spirit don't spend time with us. That's why here we are, year 2023, and we as lost as we were yesterday. See, when I read Ruth and Naomi, first thing came to my mind, you ain't talking about them women. It ain't about them women. Why? Because throughout my life, I was a good hearer. I hear behind here, and when I used to go and hear them teach, I said, wait a minute now. He ain't chasing Ruth and Naomi. He chasing Bozak, because that was the father of the husband, and then he had sons, and they all died. So he had to route the spiritual seed back through Bozak. You see, that's how he routed back a bloodline kin. So he was a bloodline kin, but y'all routed as a bloodline, but a spiritual line, so he can bring him back into the fold. To what? So when he get to the Messiah, everybody born, watch this, y'all, everybody that was born all the way from David all the way down, Moses wasn't even one. Praise the mighty Yah. Moses was not even one. That's sad, y'all, and y'all didn't even know that. But Moses is not even one of the spiritual bloodline that came down that line to bring the Messiah. So a lot of you all thinking, okay, and a lot of the men would rather say that, oh, these here are all the men, and they looking at the flesh. No, baby, they was the flesh relative, but they was also the spiritual seed of the woman, the bloodline. Okay? So that's how they came down. So when we went to grab Ruth and Naomi, they didn't have nothing to do with the plan of the father outside to use them to route Bozak back into the family, which was the spiritual seed back in. And that's what he uses. That's what he used. Now here in Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, it connects to it connects to Matthew's chapter 1. Where it tells you in Matthew's chapter 1, all of you are going to be interacting with what I'm about to do. So I'm just starting it off so we can get a feel of what I'm about to do. Okay. In Matthew's chapter 1, in the first chapter, it says the book of generations. Generations of Yeshua HaMashiach. When did Yeshua HaMashiach had a generation? The spiritual bloodline generation. Hello. So the son of David, the son of Abraham, and it went on down. Those were spiritual seeds. So that's why Yah told Abraham in the vision, you already counted in as the spiritual seed. This is what he said in Genesis chapter 3. He's telling him, the serpent, you ain't got nothing coming. Oh, I'm going to let you have your seed. But my seed going to crush your doing plans, which is your head. Oh, you going to mess with their steps. Oh, praise the mighty Yah. But that step of their heel. And they're going to keep walking the steps that I have ordered. Praise the mighty Yah. He was not just talking about Yeshua. He was talking about every bloodline that came down, not just the bloodline. He wasn't talking about them. He was talking about the spiritual bloodline, which were the seed of the woman, which are not the woman as a female, but in the spirit of way Yah called female entities. That spirit of a woman had a seed that was coming down, the spiritual bloodline seed of a woman. Spiritual bloodline, not the natural bloodline, but the spiritual bloodline of a woman. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people thinking that he was talking about just the Messiah. Yeah, the Messiah was on the tail end. He was going to wrap it up, and he did. said we need to consider that his mission was awesome. His mission was off the chain to Sister Deborah. Because when I hear him speak, I hear him giving y'all all the glory, y'all all the praise, y'all all the honor, all the recognition. Told us, I come to preach the gospel, and the gospel is the power of the Father. Then here go Paul pull up and said, I'm not ashamed, Deborah, of the gospel, for it is the power of Yah. We didn't know that. We didn't know that because we didn't want to hear nothing like we don't today. And that's just coming out of a loudmouth man. That's the only way we hear it. But we have to understand we got a voice that's louder than a loudmouth man. That is the Most High Yah voice itself. That carry power within itself. We don't have to listen to just any and everybody. We can listen to the Most High Yah because he's going to come from the inside out and the outside in. So you better watch yourself. Okay, so in Genesis chapter 3, in verse 15, he's telling the Satan. He's telling Satan, but he's also telling us. But this is why he keeps telling me, Deborah, when they missed Genesis, the beginning, they done missed it all, girl. They done missed everything. They are lost forever. And I find that to be so true. Every time he has to teach me and show me some things, I said, Father, you know they don't know that. That's what I say, y'all. I'm sorry y'all might feel offended, but I'm going to tell y'all something. That's what I say. You know they don't know that. And that's what we finna share today. So I want you to keep in mind as we continue in this here is what is going on in Genesis chapter 3 and 15 that the people miss. When I say the people, every priest, every bishop, every pastor, every apostle, every teacher, every minister, every prophet, every prophetess that is not of Yah, they missed it. And guess what? It is the Father will that they know not the things in which he revealed unto me. He calls them, Deborah, these things are my mystery. And then now they ain't no more mystery because I'm sending my servants, the prophet, to speak those things that was once a mystery that's no longer hidden. And they're not going to receive it because they're not the seed of the woman. Praise the mighty God. Okay, here we go. Now, this is what the end is going to be. It's going to be a question to you all. And I'm going to see if y'all can connect it at the end. Okay, now we got the understanding that Genesis chapter 3, verse 15 speaks of the Father putting intimacy between the serpent seed and the woman's seed. The woman's seed is not a flesh seed. It's not her womb. It is a spirit. Okay, so the spirit of Yah's seed and the spirits of Satan's seed. And they may hold up and tell y'all why Sister Deborah don't go with all these fallen angels. Only thing I go for when he said principality in high places, his judgment in Revelation has caused principality in high places now to be brought down to the earth. That's the judgment, y'all. That's one of the judgments. Now they're not in high places. They're down here with us. So when you see all these people doing this here, this is one of the reasons. And when you look at Genesis chapter 3 and 15, that's one of the main reasons. Because they are of the serpent seed. This is their mission. This is their purpose. This is their position on the earth, is to do what they're doing. Because they are of the serpent seed. So if you miss that, that's you. Because Sister Deborah just broke that down as low as it's going to ever in your life be broken down. Because that's as low as it can go, is to know what you just heard. Now, keep in mind, the woman's seed is going to get his heel is going to be bruised. But the serpent seed, his head is going to be crushed. That means his plan. See, how do you think Satan's seeds are going to override Father Yah's seed? Let's go there. Let me go on and give it to y'all. Okay. We're going to start off. Psalms 18. And each verse I go through, I wanted you to tag in what part of that verse carries the power. Each time I give a verse, I'm going to ask you in that verse, what statement carries the power? Okay. So here we are in Psalms 18, verse 35 through 38. Psalms 18, verse 35 through 38. We're finna have some fun, y'all. And we're going to start with verse 38. No, 35. Psalms 18 and 35. Let's start there. Thou hast also given me the shield of salvation, and thy right hand has upheld me, and thy gentleness has made me great. Where's the power punch in that? I'm going to read it one more time. Psalms 18, verse 35. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand has holden me up, and thy gentleness has made me great. Where is the power punch in that? Anybody in the live chat? No? Yes, the right hand has held me up. The right hand of the Father is all his power. Okay? Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, verse 11, what was it? Verse 9, verse 6, I think it's verse 17, I think. All of those verses talks about he spoke the word, which he is the word, and his power brought it forth, which is his right hand. Okay? Which 99 point quadrillion, if there's any name, if there's any number, never knew, even to today. That's why he said when they missed Genesis, Deborah, they done missed it. The first chapter 1 and chapter 2, they done missed the whole thing. But what he let me know during this thing that I was going through, Deborah, they missed chapter 3 too. I'm like, wow, man, it's over then. It is over. So you're right. The answer is the right hand. That's it. That is all power. When he said, let us, he was telling his own right hand, let's throw down and make something like unto our image and in our likeness. Notice that he's speaking to his right hand because he know he is the word. And when he speak the word, that power pull up with it. Praise the mighty God. Okay, the next verse is 36. Psalms 18 and verse 36. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. What's the power punch in that? Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. What's the power punch in that? Anybody? What's the power punch in that verse? $100. Very good. Enlarging my steps. Well, wait a minute. Hold up now. Hold up. Enlarging my steps is the power punch. Okay. Wait a minute now. Hold up now, y'all. Hold up a little minute. Hold up. 36 says, thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my what? Feet did not slip. Why? Genesis chapter 3 and 15. What was the serpent going to do? The serpent is going after the heel of the feet. Why is the serpent serpent going after the heel of the feet or after the feet itself? Because he's going after the feet, and that's what's going to crush his head. Y'all see, it's going to crush his plans every time he come after them. Okay? And that's how their heel is going to get bruised. That's what he said. You're going to crush Satan's head, which is his plan, and he's going to bruise your heel. Your heel is connected to the steps that Yah has ordered for you, for his will. Hallelujah. So the power punch in 36 is enlarging my steps. And then if you want to add a little bit of a little nip to it, you can say my feet. Because wait a minute, did not in Genesis chapter 3 and 15 he speak of the feet? Isn't the heel the feet, the feet the heel? Ain't they connected? Ain't they one? You didn't know that, did you? That's even in your own life, y'all. You didn't even know that. Things that went on in your life that was horrible, things you done horrible, things you said horrible, and things you still doing that's horrible. But guess what? It's because the serpent is after what belongs to Yah in you. And every time y'all gonna see to it that you crush him with the power of your feet. What part of your feet has the power? Your heel. That heel it can hit harder. Heel can crush something. You crush a can. You can crush anything with your heel. That's what the serpent is after. Your steps that the Father has ordered in your life, because he knows who you are, and you're gonna crush his head, which is his plan. Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. So that was not just for the Messiah. That was for all the seeds of the woman that comes here. And he's not talking about a female entity. He's talking about the way he category things from the heaven. He ain't thinking about what nobody said. He called the house of Israel the daughters. He called them his wife. The men don't have no problem with that, do they? No. Because it's what Yah said, not what they say. Okay, now watch this here. Here we go. Now we in verse 37. I have pursued my enemies and overtaken them. Neither did I turn again till they were consumed. I'm going to go on. 38. I have wounded them that they are fallen under my feet. Praise the mighty Yah. What did David say I did? I wounded their butts. They couldn't even get back up, Deborah. I wounded them so bad they had fallen under my what? Feet. Just think of that. Just picture that. Well, wait a minute. How you did that to an army? The whole army can't fall under your feet, but you got to understand what he's speaking. He's speaking spirit. He's speaking spirit and truth. David's in here telling you in 37, I have pursued my enemies. So this is an army. And overtaken them. Neither did I turn again till they all were consumed. Meaning they all were dead. Now watch this here. 38. I have wounded them that they are fallen under my feet. Go back to Genesis 3 and 15. Her heel is going to crush Satan's head. David crushed their tails. That was Satan's plan. They come after David. What did David say? My feet. They're under my feet, Deborah. How's your whole army under your feet? Deborah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking spirit and truth. A spiritual realm. See, this is a place that Yah ain't wasting his time teaching people. Because they are so far in the darkness, they can't see a pin needle of light. So what this is going to do is going to help you heal. Because it's going to make sense to you. Your purpose that Yah has blessed in you, it is fully secured by Yah. Okay? So you notice David said in 38, I have wounded them that they are falling under my feet. Where's the power punch in that? In verse 38, I have wounded them, that they are falling under my feet. What would you say is the power punch in that? Under my, there you go. There you go. Praise the mighty Yah. Why? Because Genesis said, man is going to crush the serpent head. David letting you know, I killed the whole army. He didn't say they fell dead. Even though he crushed them and consumed them, that means dead. But he letting you know that they were under my feet. Why? Because y'all said, mine is going to come crushing your head. Mean crushing your head, your plan, Satan. Because I have ordered they steps. Praise the mighty Yah to do so. You see? Now watch this here. We're going to go further. Let us go to Psalms 37, verse 23 through 24. Same thing we're going to do. Psalms 37, verse 23 and 24. And here we go. Each verse, I'm going to ask you, where's the power punch? And we're going to start with verse 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by Yah, and he delight in his ways. What is the power punch in there? Let me say it again. Psalms 37, 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by Yah. What's the power punch in that? And he delight in his ways. Yah delight in his ways. He likes looking at the victory of those that he has ordered. But what is the power punch in that? Nope. That's not the power punch, y'all. What could the order be? You have to define the order. What was ordered? Huh? What was ordered? Going back to Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. Your feet is the step, your heel. Your feet is the heel, your heel is to your feet. The steps. There you go. There you go. The steps. That's the power punch. That's the power punch. Because there those steps go. The steps, he already let you know. They're ordered by God. The steps are already ordered by God. I say God, I say Yah, or whatever. You see what I'm saying? He knows who I am and I know who he is. So it don't matter. Okay? So what I'm saying is, shalom, shalom. What I'm saying is here in verse 23, there it go again. Psalms 37 and 23. What does that lead me as a prophetess in the wilderness to know? And those that are out there that are appointed and anointed and elected to walk in the purpose and the will as a servant of Yah. What does that lead us to understand about what we're hearing even so far? Is that David knew what Sister Deborah knew. Genesis 3 and 15. He didn't have to know Genesis 3 and 15. It was already in him to know that a man's steps Yah has ordered is good, and Yah delight in it because he ordered it. That's the same thing Genesis 3 and 15 is saying. The steps is your feet. You make steps with your feet. Satan coming after your feet. But it's not literally your feet. It's the order that Yah has ordered you. Your steps, meaning your life of how he, not your life, but the life he ordered in you. In as a seed of the spirit. Satan gonna be after it. Even if it takes your neighbors to come after you. Especially your family, baby. It'll take your whole family. They'll come after you. And the more they come after you, the more you should know who you stand for, who represent you. And that's how David cried. He cried as if the more they come after me, because you order my steps, the more they come after me, I know you still there with me. You are pleased with me, because the more chaos come after you, the more they hate you, the more they dislike you, the more they can't stand you, hurt you, lie on you, is the more you are involved in the steps that Yah has ordered. So that's why I said this could help you recognize this is why your life is like this. This is why you've been put in a little black box and still there. Okay, so here we go. Here go another one. In verse 24, it says, Psalms 37, verse 24, though he, let me see. No. That's right. Psalms 37, verse 24 is a part of verse 23. And it says, though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down. For a higher uphold him with his hand. That's beautiful. What's the power punch in that? There's a power punch in that. Anybody know? That hand. There go that hand. That's Yah's power. He's letting you know out there that if I ordered your steps as the seed of the woman. And even though you might fall, you might get on drugs, you might get on alcohol, you might do a crime. Guess what he says? You won't be cast down. Why? Because you was ordered as the seed of the Spirit. What did it look like for Yah to order you and order your steps and you fall down and stay down? What's the sense of him ordering? To be spiritual on his behalf, for you to not get up. Listen to it again. In Psalms 37, it says, though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for a higher uphold him with his right hand, with his hand. Do y'all understand what that hand is? 99 point quadrillion. I don't know if that's a word or not. Don't even understand who the hand is. That's what I say is that's another part that's real sad for me, because I know what the right hand is and what the hand is stretched out on, but 99 point billion don't know nothing about the right hand. They don't know that was really what the world called Christ. That's who the right hand is. We say Hamashiach, Yeshua Hamashiach, but that's who the right hand is. It is the Father's power. Isn't that sad to be in the year 2023 and nobody knew that? That's why David can talk about his hand. David was talking about his hand in Psalms 18 and verse 35, telling you what his right hand do for him in the battle. David talked about whole Psalms, telling you what all the Father did with his right hand. Not only just in Psalm, David talked up a storm about that right hand of the Father. Wait a minute, hold up now. Hold up. Why isn't nobody don't know nothing about it? Because the Father said they missed it in Genesis chapter 1. They didn't see the right hand throwing up and throwing down. They want to say it's Yeshua. It can't be the flesh of a man. It has to be the Son of Yah, which is Hamashiach, which is the word called Christ. It is Yah's power, his only begotten. That's all that he got. That's why he called it his only begotten. That's my only power. It's all power. That's why he told the Son of Man, you sit here on my right hand till I make the earth with this power, your footstool. You see? He was talking to the Son of Man then. You see? So here in verse 24, Psalms 37 and 24, he's telling you, David is telling you about that right hand. And I would love to understand, how is it that thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years went by, Father, and they never knew who your right hand was, even to today. I see them on YouTube preaching and teaching old lady that's loaded with subscribers and likes. And I said, Father, they don't even know who your right hand is. But what does it go back to? I didn't order their steps, Deborah. That's why. See, it goes right back to Genesis. It takes you right back there. They wasn't ordered, y'all. These people are out here on their own. And that's why the Satan started the YouTube page and all these other pages where these clowns can get on here and pretend they know the creator and do not know him. Okay, now watch this here. Here we go. Verse 25, Psalms 37, verse 25. Listen to this. I have been young. This is David. I have been young and now I am old. I'm old. Yet, now this is, now y'all, you know what? Somebody can answer this for me. I never understood this verse, but I understand it today. See, that's why I say to y'all, I learn every day. I'm not going to sit up on this devil platform and tell y'all I know everything. I know one thing every time I get on here, I tell y'all I learn something every day. You know what that means? My spirit is receiving from y'all daily. You think y'all would be teaching me stuff every day if he didn't see fit? That I was worldly. That he sit and he teaches me? Take out the time. And why do he teach me? Because the world and those who say Yah, those who say God, those who say whatever, they are not of him. You see? They just got you all thinking they are. Okay, now listen to this. Psalms 37 and 25. Watch what David say now, y'all. And this is why I also try to tell people, David, I know it's my brother. I know Solomon is my brother. I know who is my brother. Because I sit and I listen to when y'all's ministering to me and showing me stuff. I said, wait a minute, that's what you told me. But that's your brother. Tell her, David. David to pull up in that y'all, I have asked y'all and y'all wanted to tell me. Sure it is. Sure it is. David just be talking all over the place. Oh, don't let Solomon step in. Solomon get up and give you exactly what it is. I don't care what Solomon did with many wives. He was a seed of the spirit. He got caught up and caught down. But he was a man that Yah admired. It had nothing to do with you. And he didn't get caught up and get caught down. The snake snared at his heel. See, that's what you say about that. But did he fall? I'll let somebody to tell me. No, he didn't fall. All you have to do is go to Matthews 1. Those are all the spiritual seed of the Most High Yah. Solemn there. So you can't listen to these people's mouths tell you who's who and what's what they did. Moses is one that I don't see in Matthews. And I'm like saying, well, what's the deal with Moses? He said, Deborah, go back and read. I told Moses, because of his unbelief. Y'all should hear how Moses challenged the Father, talking about take my name out of the book. Who told you your name was in there? You see how high-minded he was? Who told you your name was in there? You're gonna threaten the Father and tell him to take your name out of the book because he won't let the people do him wrong again? He tell you to go down there and because I'm getting ready to handle the people. What did you tell him? You need to repent. Y'all don't even listen to Moses. Y'all listen to what these men tell y'all Moses has said. Then the Father pulled up. He said, now what do you see here? You told Moses he's not going to make it to the promised land. What did I say? Because of his unbelief? How can a person believe all that time and then don't believe? Come on now. Moses, go to Matthew chapter 1. You don't see him in the list. See, they don't know how. See, these people don't even know how to tell y'all. Go to Matthew chapter 1. And see if he's in it. See if Moses, all of y'all, see if you see Moses in the generations of Yeshua HaMashiach. Moses cannot be found. Y'all talking about his spiritual seed. He's talking about Genesis chapter 3 and 15. Her seed versus Satan's seed. You got to be able to recognize, y'all. Okay, now watch this here. Here go David. 25, Psalm 37 and 25. I have been young and now I'm old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He's letting you know there's a power punch in that. And a lot of you all who have never heard Sister Deborah wouldn't know there is a power punch when you want to understand how Yah chose his from the heaven. He branded them for his name's sake. And what was his name's sake? Righteous, belief, faith, or fear. He branded them before they even got down here. And what did David say? In verse 25, I have been young and now I am old. Yet I have not seen the branded one forsaken. David knew something about that brand, and he knew the brand, one of the brands was righteous. He ain't seen, now he connect righteous to a people. He said he hasn't seen the righteous forsaken. So he's talking about a people being forsaken. Who is these people? The righteous. That has been branded for a highest name's sake. So you see how David is giving you all these little tokens, just like Yeshua did. David is giving you all kind of tokens. I can see why when it's going to bring the army back to take them over to the promised land, how David is going to pull up. Praise the mighty Yah. He's going to pull up. Woo-wee. You see, I can see why. Because as I listen to David, I'm listening to him in the spirit realm. Now, the crap he did in the flesh is for the flesh. It didn't allow Satan to get victory over his heel. Praise the mighty Yah. That's why I say it's sad that the men take on the sin of David. Oh, he can have many wives. David had. Solomon had many wives. Y'all took on the sin of the flesh of these men. Now one of you recognize the spirit of who these men serve. They never checked it out. They saying they the seed. They saying, no, they ain't even saying they the seed because they don't know what the seed is. They don't know what the seed of the woman is. You know how he said he that is born of the flesh is of the flesh. He that is born of the spirit is of the spirit. They don't understand. Those are two different entities. They come down here to rumble. And they all coming in flesh to do their act. Just as Cain. Just as Adam. Adam and Eve went straight past the tree of life and the other trees and went straight to the tree of evil. Why? Because that's who they were. They came down just for that mission. To store what? Sin. So you can bring more down. And then tell Satan, I brought yours down and I brought mine. Mine's going to be the seed of the woman and yours is going to be the seed of you, Satan. But mine's going to crush your plans. Because it's going to, the heel going to hit your head. Crush your head. See, that's the Father orchestrating it already, y'all. Before the foundation of the world, he already had a plan. Satan didn't have nothing coming. You think Satan said something? The serpent didn't say nothing to him. Oh, you got something to say. You can say something to Adam and Eve, but hold up, bro. Why you ain't saying nothing to him? Hey, wait a minute. He told you your head gonna get crushed. Your seed's gonna get crushed. Well, why you ain't saying nothing? Don't you got something to say? You quiet. Y'all don't know how he bowed down to the Most High Yah. But we stand around and buckle up against Yah in every chance we get. Now here in 25, there's a power punch. The power punch in there is righteous. Another one is his seed begging bread. Begging bread. What kind of bread is that? Do you think it's natural bread? It's spiritual. The seed is spiritual and the bread is spiritual too. Thank you. Okay, so you can't miss it if you're not in spirit and truth. Meaning if you're not the child of the Most High Yah, you are not going over to the promised land. They monkeying around with y'all tails. And you know what I think? It's a good thing, because this is the way the Father orchestrated. And before this is over, what I'm talking about tonight, you're going to understand it a little bit better. Now, here we go. Yes, it's spiritual. The seed, listen to what David said. I have been young and now I am old. He's telling you the truth. He's telling you young and old. Young and old. I live to tell you something. That's what David is saying. And what did he say? Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken. Y'all ain't never forsaken his righteous one. Why? Because they are branded with his brand. He can't. Somebody said he can do whatever. No, that's something he can't do, because he is righteous and he is branded with his righteous. So he said he never seen him forsaken, nor the seed, the spiritual seed, begging bread, begging for his word, begging for the word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah. He ain't talking about no natural bread. He ain't talking about no natural bread. He talking about spiritual bread. Okay? Now, when you get to 26, it says, listen to this. And someone tell me, where's the power punch in this? He is ever merciful and lenient, like you lend something, and his seed is blessed. He is ever merciful and lenient. He lends something, and his seed is blessed. Go back to Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. The woman's seed is blessed by the Most High Yah. Those are all the ones that's born of the Spirit. Okay, now where is the power punch in that one? The seed is blessed. There you go. See, David's sitting here telling y'all all of this, his seed. That's right. David's sitting here telling y'all all of this. Why ain't they preaching it? Why haven't they ever preached it? Why haven't they learned that in seminar? Why is it they go to college and school to learn this stuff? Where is the scholars? Where is all these people that's ever learning and so learned? They learned in the flesh. They don't know nothing in the spirit. They're the seed of the serpent. And that's where 99.9 on this devil platform is teaching you all from. The seed of the serpent. Now watch this here. In 26, he says, he is ever merciful and lenient, and his seed is blessed. Well, what seed is that? The seed he told Satan, gonna crush his darn hair. Mine's gonna crush your darn head. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So you drop down to verse 29. We're going to skip 27 and 28. Let's go down to 29. See if you can pull the power punch out of 29. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. That verse, I learned something, y'all. I learned something out of that. Yeah, it's a spiritual seed. I learned something out of that. This evening, about 3 hours ago, I learned something out of that verse that I didn't know. I really didn't, y'all. I didn't know. I really didn't. I didn't know. I really didn't. The Father revealed that to me because I didn't cut into stuff like this. When I have to cut into stuff like this is when he bring me to the table and says, sit down, it's time to learn. And I had to learn something, and I learned something. That's right. You see, the power punches in that is the righteous. I didn't know the righteous was going to be the one that he take over there to the land. I had no idea. But I figured something, they were branded from the spirit, and then they marked in the flesh on their forehead, so they would have to be the righteous one. So who told you, Hebrew Israelites? Who told y'all that? That's going to inherit the land. Who told y'all that? Did he give the land to the righteous? Yes. So how is it he's going to give the land to those that's not righteous? But because they Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, flesh seed. Y'all, they've been lying to y'all. They've been lying to y'all, and they're going to continue to lie to y'all, and y'all going to continue to believe in them. Because that's what you want to hear. They're giving you exactly what you need for your flesh. A full meal deal. of trash for your flesh. Now listen to this. You nailed that. The righteous one. What did he say about the righteous? They're going to be the one that inherit the land. I did not know that. I thought it was going to be those who are, that he had the small remnant. You know, the one he sealed the heads. I knew they were branded in their spirit, but I guess branded in their spirit is righteous in the name of the Most High. Yeah, wait a minute. Hold up, David. What are you talking about? What do you know about the land? Hey, David, what are you talking about here? See, David did like Yeshua HaMashiach. They told the truth of the whole matter. They've been speaking spirit and truth ever since they walked. See that? And we missed it. Because we want to hear the mouth of these loudmouth men and women. And we don't want to hear the Ruach teach us from the inside out. Because when he's able to teach us from the inside out, then he can teach us from the outside in. You see? Prepare us so we don't listen to all this trash. Now listen to that. The righteous. Y'all, that's big time there. For David to pull up and say that, hey, David, what do you know about that? Hey, hold up, David, what are you talking about? See, I didn't know David knew nothing about that. See, I could see if it was Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Even Moses. But what David doing pulling up? Talking about the land. The righteous, the land is really going to be for the righteous one. They're going to be the inheritance. Hey, man, hold up. And dwell therein forever. What? So if you really think it's about the flesh of the seed of Satan that has Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's name in them because it's a flesh bloodline. Oh, no, they didn't. No, that devil is a lie. Trying to cut off on my video. No. Okay, let me go on. This thing is trying to cut off, talking about some more space. I'm going to space it if it don't get on out of here. But the verse 29 of Psalms 37, the righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. Y'all, that's hope there. That's straight up hardcore hope. Because I'm thinking the small remnant is where he's coming from. And they're going to have the brand in their forehead. Okay? And the angel's going to identify them by that, collect heads, and take them over to the promised land. Y'all calling y'all righteous. Oh, baby, that's deep. That's deep. Because righteous was the brand in heaven. For y'all is righteous. So he's telling you, just like Genesis chapter 3 and 15, when he told Satan, you're going to have yours and I'm going to have mine. Okay? So the 29 was righteous, shall inherit the land and dwell therein. Verse 30. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. See, that's what Sister Deborah is. I'm called as a prophetess. How dare the flesh of a man or the flesh of a woman that is born of the seed of Satan, that is born of the flesh, tell he that is born as the seed of the woman, he that is born of spirit, how dare you tell me to shut up? You don't have no right in the darkness to speak to he that's in the light. See, they don't get that. You see? Because my heel will crush your darn head. That's why they don't bother me. You see what I'm talking about? Now watch this here. Psalms 37 and verse 30. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. Because we are speaking righteous judgment. Me, when y'all tell me to be honest, I ain't gonna lie about it. I'm in trouble. I'm already in trouble. I'll be disobedient. Because I don't want nobody saying nothing to me about, oh, she trying to judge me. So I'm really concerned about what somebody else saying and be obedient to y'all. But he working with me. Because when he do get me to say something, this sister's going to be saying something. Some hardcore stuff. Now, let me show you something. We're going to go to 31. In 31, Psalms 37 and 31, it says, the law of Yah is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. Somebody talk to me. Pete, David, baby, I didn't know you knew all that. I thought I knew something. David's schooling me because he said the law of Yah is in his heart, is in a man's heart. The law of Yah is in his heart. What did I tell y'all? See, I told it a little different. I told y'all, why do you need a man to tell you how to look, dress, walk, talk, and eat? He's on the flesh. How is he going to tell you you got the ruach in you? You got the greatest thing that ever hit the whole world in you, but yet everybody on the outside trying to tell you how you supposed to act, how you supposed to look, how you supposed to eat, how you supposed to wear fringes, how you supposed to tie your head. Sit down, clowns. You can't tell me nothing. Now listen to what Paul said. Paul said in Psalms 37 and verse 31, the law of Yah is in his heart. You don't need their commandments. You don't need what they tell you to do, they law. Because if Yah is in you and he's greater than he is in the world, tell me what law of what they said coming out their mouth do they need to clamp on you when greater is he who created the law and the commandments that's living in you. It don't make sense. That's a power punch for you all. None of his steps, listen to what it says, none of his steps shall slide. Shall slide. Now there's two power punches in this one. The law of his Yah, the law of his Yah is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. There's two power punches in there. Two of them. And that's David, y'all. That is David speaking. This is why you don't hear people really preaching and teaching y'all. Only thing they preach and teach y'all is the things of the flesh that they hear that's in this book. They ain't gonna teach you spirit and truth. And this is spirit and truth. So what is David saying? Yeah, you read Yah is in the heart. No. That's not the power punch. That's not the power punch. You almost got it. And you re-said the same thing I said, which is the law of Yah is in his heart. Because his heart is David's heart. But you got to look at the law. That's Yah's. Yah's law is in David's heart. The law. See how they be telling you, y'all got to keep the law, you got to keep the commandments. Sit y'all tails down and stop clowning. Yah is the law. Yah is the commandment. I try to tell y'all that for the last 2 years. There's two of everything. You're going to have a law on the outside and a law inside. You're going to have a commandment on the outside and a commandment on the inside. Which one you going to serve? Which one are you going to serve and which one are you going to honor? David's sitting here telling you Yah. Law is in his heart. And then what he turn around and tell you? And none of his steps shall slide. Yah ordered the steps. So David ain't going to slide. And if it fall, he said he going to get right back up. Because these are the steps of a good man has been ordered by Yah. That's what he was telling Satan. Yeah, you're going to hurt the heel of that individual that's going to crush you. But that's going to be my spirit in them. And we're going to crush your head. So every time you got a plan to come after mine, we're going to crush your head. You're going to crush your head because your head carry your plan. Now watch this here. Now this is what got me that was really deep. I want to go to Job. Let's go to Job 31 and 4. In the book of Job 31 and 4, and I want to see I want you guys to see this. See if you can pull the power punch out of this. Job chapter 31 and verse 4. Job chapter 31 and verse 4. Do it not he see my ways and count all my steps? You see that? Where is the power punch in that? There's 3 words in there. It says a power punch. Do it not he see my ways This is Job saying, y'all see my ways and count all my steps. Okay, Job 31 and verse 4. The law of Yah, no. Job 31 and verse 4. Do it not he see my ways? He's telling his friends, them, I guess. Don't y'all see my ways? And count all my steps. That's deep. No one knows the power punch in that. It's sad. The power punch is all my steps. Not only do he see my ways, he count all my steps. That's what he told Satan. That he ain't gonna crush your head. Because I ordered them steps from that woman's seed. I ordered them steps. And going back, he's not talking about a female, a woman like me. He's talking about spiritual. The spirit, those who come here born of a spirit. That's what he's talking about. They're going to crush the head of Satan. See, people thought that it was easy for them to keep saying fallen angels, fallen angels. Baby, let me tell you something. The reason why Sister Deborah a lot of times reject the fallen angels, because they didn't fall nowhere. Y'all put them down here. Praise the mighty Yah. Had something going to fall, and he'd already told Satan, your seed is going to get crushed. My seed is going to crush yours. Then he tell y'all, he that is born of the flesh is of the flesh. He that is born of the spirit is of the spirit. That's separating it. They're breaking it down into twos. So David, is this David? No, this is Job. Job now, no. I'm trying, you know what? I got to do some really studying, y'all. I need to really get in this book because I'm trying to understand how do all these people in the book knew about the steps that Yah has ordered in their lives. And nobody today knows. Nobody. Job going through, but listen what he said to them. Don't do it, not he see my steps and count all see it my ways and count all my steps. Why is he seeing Job's ways? Because he created them. How can he count Job's steps? Because he the one put them on him. Y'all, we just don't give y'all no power, no glory, no honor. We don't think he can do anything. Except for something when we think we've been blessed, that's when we say, oh, that was him. Oh, God, thank you for blessing me. Thank you for, wait a minute, honey. You need to bag that thing up and bag it down. Yah deals from the inner man. Where's your blessing on the inner, in your inner, since you're getting so many blessings on your out? Some messed up from the floor up in there. Where's your blessings in the inner man, where he abide? Since he's giving you so many blessings on the outside. Come on, somebody need to talk to me. Y'all need to check y'allself when y'all talking. Y'all don't understand. Y'all talking in circles. Now, listen to this. I went back to Samuel. 2 Samuel chapter 22 and 37. I'm like saying, this is getting me, Father. You mean they knew this too? I knew it, but I didn't know all of them knew this. And this is what it says. I knew it through the spirit because I'm taught from the wilderness. I heard this spirit talking to me and teaching me, and I take heed to what he say, and I believe everything he tell me. I don't know the difference from his voice and mine. I know the difference from his voice and man. Okay, I'm not in his class just to be messing around since I was 4. Okay? Now, in 2 Samuel chapter 22 and 37, I ran up on this. It says, thou hast enlarged my steps under me, so that my feet did not slip. Hold up. Wait a minute. We're looking at the feet and the steps. What is connected to the feet and the steps? The whole feet. Your heel is unconnected to that feet. Do you see? Here in 2 Samuel chapter 22 and verse 37, thou hast enlarged my steps under me. That means my my life, not my mission, my purpose under me, so that my feet do not slip. The Father set that up so beautiful in Genesis chapter 3 and 15. So we may know that our steps has been ordered, and only one gonna come after our steps is Satan. But we're gonna use the hardest piece of our foot, and that is our heel, to crush his head. Praise the mighty God. Because Yah, do you think we're gonna crush his head because we're gonna crush his head? No, because Yah said that I'm going to, the seed of my spirit is gonna crush your head. I know you're gonna bruise the heel, but it's gonna heal and they're gonna get right back up. That's the mission of the Father. That's his elects. That's his righteous one. Those are the true children of the Most High Yah, not the Hebrew Israelites or the Jews. See, they run around chasing the Jews. They chasing, we are the children. You are the children, yes, of the Satan seed, which you didn't understand. Because Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob had seeds that were also the serpent seed. You just didn't know that because you didn't know the difference from he that is born of the spirit and he that is born of the flesh. Why didn't you know it? Because you really didn't understand Genesis 3 and 15. When he said the woman seed, we knew a woman didn't have a seed. She has an egg, which the sperm has to be the seed. So what is he talking about? And then he bumped it right back down and said his heel, her seed, his heel is going to crush the Satan. He's letting you know spiritual, those that he called in the spirit, is going to mess up Satan's seed that is also coming as Satan's seed in the spirit, in their spirit, to represent Satan. That's why Adam and Eve, and I asked the Father, and I did, I was just being stupid, y'all. I asked him, I said, why did Eve and Adam, why did Adam and Eve, why did they quickly go over there to mingle with the evil, the wicked, tree of good and evil? Why? He said, Deborah, because they were predestined there. That's why. Their steps were ordered there. So, what you got to say now? I said, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Because I was like, hey, they look like they came here wanting to cut up. Okay? So, in Samuel, 2 Samuel, in chapter 22 and 37, it sets the pace. There you go back to what somebody want to talk about the Old Testament and New. Wait a minute, there, go back. Here it is. They talking about it there. They talking about the steps that has been enlarging so that my feet did not slip. And I'm like, wait a minute. They knew about the steps? But here it is in the year 2023. You don't heard not one pastor ever. In my 63 years have I never heard them preach that thing. Now, what got me again was Psalms 73 in verse 2. In Psalms 73, you hear a whole lot of power punches here. In chapter 73 of Psalms, verse 2. And I'm sitting here listening to this, and it says, see if you can see the power punch in this. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps have had well nigh slipped. Has well nigh, my steps has had well nigh slipped. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh. Let me get to that. I might have wrote that down wrong. Let me get to that verse. That's Psalm 73. I don't know what I'm saying now. Psalm 73. Where is they saying that? 73 and verse 2. Psalm 73 and verse 2. But as for me, my feet was almost gone. That's what it says. My feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. My steps has well nigh slipped. So his steps didn't slip, but it was, I guess he felt his steps almost slipped. But even then, why is he talking about his feet? His feet, it wasn't a natural feet, y'all. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. This is not a natural feet. Just like it's not a natural heel that's going to crush Satan's head. You see what I'm saying? This is spiritual, y'all. These things are spiritual. And we miss it because we missed Genesis chapter 1. We never did see the power of the Father in spiritual action. We never did get to know the Word. And why the Word was Yah. And the Word was with Yah. And the Word was with Yah in the beginning. And the Word is Yah. The reason why we never knew that is because we never got to know him as the Word. And that's sad. Because we run around here trying to teach people and preach and minister to the spirits and don't even know who the Word is. And what was the Word consist of. The Word supported the power, and the power supported the Word. So when he spoke the Word, the power pulled it up. When he spoke, the power pulled it up. That was one. Yah himself. And we missed it. Just as they missed, you want me to tell you something they really missed? They missed the Son of Man versus the Son of Yah. They come down to do one mission of the Father. The Son of Man couldn't have done it without the help of the Son of Yah. And that's what's the purpose of the Son of Yah. That's why I said the Son of Man didn't just come down with the Word. He came down with power. He wanted you to recognize the power. Yeshua kept telling us, all that is this is done is by my Father. Everything he done, he always tell you is the Father. And guess what he was telling y'all? The power. And we didn't want to receive it like that. And we see it on today. We don't want to receive what, I'm going to tell y'all the truth of the matter. We don't want to receive spirit and truth. The light of the whole matter. The truth of the whole matter. We never did want to receive it. And it's too late now. It's too late. Because y'all done marked hands. He don't care whoever. Y'all think what you want. Say what you want. Feel what you want. You can play around with whatever you want to play around with. Now watch this. I'm going to go on through these here. Watch this here. Proverbs 16. Proverb 16 and verse 9. I love to read Proverbs 16 because it's so much spirit in it. And I call it kind of like a mystery. But the Father told me there ain't nothing a mystery no more. Everything clearly seen. I sent my prophets out to reveal the mystery. Ain't nothing else mystery. They blind because they were born to be blind. And that's why I don't put no much pressure on trying to get somebody to understand what I'm saying. I just speak what the Word gives me to speak and keep it going. Because this is not the time we're in. We're on the midnight hour. We're in the hour time. And all I could see is all this chaos. And I'm like, why am I looking at all these places that's nice and it just ain't look like ain't nothing going? He said, but I see it through the natural, but through the spirit, I see walking bodies. Wait to put and harm people. Houses, windows busted out. I don't see it like y'all see it. So I ain't got no reason to come seeing it the way everybody want to make it look like. Ain't nothing going on. I can't see it like that because I can see it in the spiritual realm. Now, Proverbs 16 verse 9, Proverbs 16 is just beautiful in itself. All kind of spiritual things telling you there. Here is a power punch. A man's heart devised his ways. Devise his ways. Now, his heart. But this is what I like. Pull on up, Proverbs. But Yah direct his steps. Hallelujah. Your heart can feel what you want to feel. But the steps that the Most High has directed for he runs that. That's why I tell you, you run around here talking about my life. You ain't got no life, baby. That you breathing is his breath. That you walking is either he already split it up. Okay, Satan, this is your seed and this is mine. Which one are you? Because if you think it's you got your own, you ain't got nothing. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing. Now listen to what this says. Proverbs 16 and verse 9. A man's heart devises his ways. But, hold up, said the Most High, y'all. Hold up. But a higher directs his steps. How do you make steps? How can you define steps unless you walk therein? And how can you walk therein? You have to either have a spiritual mission, okay, or the flesh mission, which is Satan, or the spirit of Yah's mission. But when you finish, the Most High Yah directs it all. He did it before the foundation of the world, y'all. Before heaven and earth was created, he had already ordered everybody's steps where he wanted it to go. Because he knew who you were from there, not when you came down here. See, y'all think y'all run something. You don't run nothing but your bowels when you need to let release and you go to that bathroom. That's about all you run. Okay? Psalms, Proverbs 20 and 24. Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's going are of Yah. Do you hear that, men? Now, he ain't talking about men. He talking about man, meaning man and woman. Do y'all hear that? Men and women? Men's going. This is Proverbs 20, verse 24. Man's going are of Yah. How can a man then understand his own ways? Wait a minute, hold up, Father Yah. Can I expound on that? Would that be okay? Oh, wait a minute. This is my life. Nobody tell me what to do. I do what I want to do. I got one life to live, and I'm grown. You see how sick people are? You thought I was lying when I said people gone. That's why they gone. And that's why the Father said it's over. It's finished. This is what I'm speaking, been here for thousands of years, you guys. And they still can't pinpoint it. They can't get it. Okay, now listen to this. Proverbs 20, verse 24. A man's goings, with an S, goings, are of a higher. So you think you can go somewhere that he don't see you? Whether it's to hell or heaven, don't you know he know your way? Matter of fact, he orchestrated it and wrote it down. Okay? Okay? So listen to this. Man's, not a male, it's a male and a female. Men's goings are of Yah. How can a man then understand his own ways? That's a question mark. How can you understand your own ways? Didn't I tell you don't run nothing? So how is it a man going to be able to run and somebody submissive unto him and he know his own ways? See there? Don't that answer that, child? How can he be head over you when he don't know his own ways? See, that's why y'all messed up. Y'all got a problem. He ain't never had no issue and he ain't gonna have no issue. We got the problem. We got the problem. We're too ignorant. We can't even see that. This is not what they're gonna preach and teach to y'all. Y'all, this is food for the spirit. This is something to take you on your journey. This is where you begin to feel that brand of fear of Yah. To know he got all this in his hand. He run this time. You don't. He run this. Now, if you don't get Proverbs 20 and 24, you messed up totally from the floor up. Because he broke that thing down. A man's goings are of a higher. How can a man then understand his own ways? Because he can't. But he gonna tell a woman what to do. She got to be submissive to him. And he don't even know his own ways. Praise the mighty Yah. A man that knows his ways knows Yah's ways. And then a woman ought to submit. Because she sees that he knows the way of Yah. You think I wouldn't run follow? Sure I would. Man, let a man get on this devil platform and be teaching that thing in spirit and truth and got the light. Sister Deborah gone, y'all. So long, I'm following him. I don't care what nobody say. I'm out of here. I'm going to follow him. Oh, yes. I shut this thing down and I follow him. Any man that's going to have the light and teaching spirit and truth, shalom, bam, I'm gone. I'm going with him. Just like the women, Isaiah chapter 4 said, I eat my own pearls. I wear my own, I wear my own pearls. I eat my own whatever. Just let me be called by that name. You know what name that was? Holy. Going back to what I said. If he already understand the way of Yah, he preaching that thing in spirit and truth, and he got that light, I'm gone, y'all. I'm following him. What none of y'all say. I will follow that man who's following my father. Quick! I leave everything right here. I close down everything, and I'll be following him. Sure would. I sure will. Wouldn't think nothing second to come back on no devil platform. I'll be following the man that's following y'all. Okay? But here he said, man's goings are of Yah. He letting you know, you can't go nowhere unless Yah has ordered you to go. And if you're going in stupid, he ordered you to go in stupid because he knew you were stupid. He told stupid in the garden, chapter 3 and verse 15, stupid. You're going to have your seed and I'm going to have mine. And mine's going to crush your head. So every plan you think you're going to get. So what did Satan say? Want me to tell you why Satan's stupid? Because he won't stand a chance. He'll never stand a chance. I don't care how much crime and everything that's going on. Those people have been orchestrated to go to the lake of fire with him. So he's stupid enough to continue because he knows I'd rather continue than to be in the lake of fire right now. So I just follow his ways. He has just not to follow the ways of Yah. Yah has released principality in high places down to the earth because as a form of judgment. Well, what do you mean, Sister Deborah? Remember he said, put on your whole armor. And he was talking about we fight against, not against flesh and blood, but principality in high places. Now, since y'all tried my father and paid no attention to the judgment that he had already placed down on the earth, guess what he said? I tell you what, come on, y'all come on down here. Took the angels, opened the keys, the principality in high places. They came straight down here. No, they weren't falling. They were ordered down here. That's how dumb y'all are. They were ordered by the Most High Yah. When you learn to fear him, you'll know him in righteous. But when you don't have no fear in you of who he is, you could care less who he is to teach righteousness to these people. So that was a part of the judgment, y'all, is to release them down to the earth. No, they ain't get fallen. Who fell? They got a sign down to the earth. That's what he was telling Satan. Yours, head's gonna get crushed. I got mine, that's yours. Yours gonna get crushed. And every verse I was showing you was talking about steps. These were those who already know that their steps were ordered by Yah. For what? Born of the Spirit. They are the woman's seed. Mm-hmm. And they don't come. They don't come here like everything good and dandy, everything just working up. No. They suffer, just like Christ did. I mean, like Yeshua HaMashiach, same way. They went through some stuff. David's whole life was fighting from the beginning to the end. What kind of life could that be? But it was the will of the Father. So I liked it, Proverbs 20 and 24. It backed you up and it backed you down. And it told you, how can a man then understand his own ways if Yah ordered him? Sister Deborah telling y'all right now, I understand the ways of Yah. Why? Because he's given it to me to see it for what it is in spirit and in truth. Not in this natural teaching that he's teaching people. So that they can feed them from the flesh end where the broad gate reside. And everybody's going with their ticket like they going to a Beyonce movie. Okay. Now, another thing that got me was Psalms 119 and 105. Psalms 119 verse 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet. Ooh-wee. 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 Father, you know they don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that. Ooh, that sounds so good to me. Oh, that sounds so good to me. Let's go to y'all. Psalms 119, verse 105. Oh, Father, you know you're doing it up. Now listen to that, y'all. Just listen to this. Thy word. Woo-wee. In the beginning was the word. The word was with God. The word was Yah. And the word was with Yah in the beginning. Hey, you mean it's that word? Yes. That's the word they're talking about. In the Gospel of John, chapter 1 and 2. Chapter 1, verse 1 and 2. The word. The one that spoke in the beginning, Genesis 1, and on down. That's the word. And listen to this. Psalms 119, verse 105. Thy word is a lamp. I love that. Ooh-wee! Is a lamp unto my what? Wait a minute. What a lamp doing down there by my feet? Hey, wait a minute, Father, y'all. What that lamp doing down there to my feet? The steps of a good man has been ordered by Yah. A lamp to them feet that has been ordered so that you may walk in the midst of all this darkness and find your way. Psalms 119, 105 verse. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Now, do y'all understand what he's talking about in Genesis 3 and 15? The woman's seed is going to crush the head of Satan. And how you know that it's her feet is going to do it, because it's her heel. When you look up heel, it's going to say feet. When you look at feet, it's going to say heel. You see? The steps that Yah has ordered through the seed of the woman, which is spiritual. Okay? It said it's walked in. The word of Yah is like a lamp to that feet and a light unto the path. Why? Because darkness is on the earth. And Yah's word is a light to give your steps that he has ordered for you a way to see in this path of darkness. What was the power punch? The word, the lamp, the feet, and my path. That is beautiful, y'all. Power punch, Psalms 119, verse 105. Thy word, Father, a lamp, my feet, a light to show me the way, the path. It's beautiful. And you all need to write that down and say that every morning. Say it every morning you wake up. When you get in that bathroom, put it on your bathroom mirror. Thy word, Father, is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Put those words on your mirror. Men and women. That's a blessed verse right there. That's David. And I'm just so excited. Didn't I tell y'all I learned a lot? Because I did not know David knew all about what I knew about. And that's why I call them my brother. I don't call these people out here my brothers. I don't call these people on this YouTube my brothers. I know you ain't. You ain't speaking spirit and truth. You ain't teaching these people the light. I don't know you. Because your fruit does not identify like they fruit identify to me. Okay? Now watch this here. Proverbs 19 and 21. Proverbs 19 and 21. Now, would y'all believe that Genesis 3 and 15, now it's at least got another 50 verses bouncing off of a feet that Yah has ordered. another 50 verses. I'm just giving you the sum because I didn't have time to get them all down. But I'm just showing you how you have to go back to Genesis to get truth. And if Yah going to teach you, he's going to take your tail back there every chance he gets. That's when you know the Holy Spirit is really teaching you, when he can take you back to the beginning like that and show you where the feet plays a role. And that's the heel of the woman. Okay? Now watch this here. Proverbs 19, verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of Yah that shall stand. That's showing you when it all said and done. Oh yeah, we can run around here talking about this is my life. Nobody tell me what to do. I'm grown. I'm a man. I'm a king. I'm a leader. I'm a woman. I can do what I want. I got one life to live. Baby, you ain't never had no life. Y'all just too ignorant to know it. Life is the breath of life that Yah gives you. This book has been tampered and smeared all over the way, all over the place. The only way you understand it is through the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit of the Most High God. Outside of that, that's why he said just study that book, y'all. Just study it to show yourself. Don't go studying it to teach somebody else, because the Holy Spirit got to teach you. That's what he meant. He don't want us studying this book to study it to prove something to somebody. He said, tarry, study to show yourself approved, and tarry for me to come to live in you, to teach you all things. When you trust him like that, oh, he on his way. Oh, he'll be there. He'll wake your tail up in the midnight hour, in the early morning hour, and he'll deal with you. He'll take you places you ain't never gone before, because man don't know where to go, but he'll know where to go. He know exactly where he wants you to rumble in. Now, right here in Proverbs 19 and 21, listen to what it says. There are many devices in a man's heart. Now, he's talking about a man's heart. There are many devices in your heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of Yah that shall stand. The counsel of Yah is the only thing that can stand. So when you're running around here thinking it's all about your heart and what you say it is, what you say it's got to be this way, this, don't mean nothing to the Father in heaven. He rules. He is the ruler. He is the ruler. Okay, so here we go. The last verse. And if you have any questions after this last verse, then we can cover that. The last verse, Isaiah 48 and 17. All right, Isaiah. Then I pull up. Isaiah getting ready to pull up. 48, chapter 48, verse 17. Thus said Ahiah, thy redeemed, the Holy One of Israel. I am Ahiah, thy Yah, which teaches thee to prosper, which leadeth thee by the way that thou shalt go. I lead you in the way that thou shalt go. I teaches you. So, just sit down, man. And I don't mean male. I mean men and women. It sets you down, all the way down, clown. See, that sets you down right there. And Isaiah is something to look into, because a lot of things Isaiah is saying is preparing us even for the journey of getting out of captivity. A lot of things Isaiah was saying is for us in these days. Same thing with Jeremiah and Ezekiel. And we forsaken all what they say. Them are my brothers. So I listen to them. I hear them. And with the Ruach in me, the greatest teacher, anything smeared, he wipes it up and get it right in me. So I won't be caught up from the floor with these clowns out here, believing what they say and tripping over what they say to where I can't see the light. I don't understand spirit and truth. Now watch this here. Isaiah 48 and 17. Thus said Ahiah, the Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am Ahiah, thy Yah, which thee to prosper, which leadeth thee by the way that thou shouldest go. That's the Father that was, that is, and that's going to be in the last days here that we are in, this last hour. This the one I come to know, who rule it all. This the one that I know that buckles up on me and buckle me down. This is the one that I come to know. One that can speak like this. Ahia, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am Ahia, thy Yah, which teacheth thee to prosper, which leadeth thee by the way that thou should go. Praise the mighty Yah. We need to give the Most High Yah all glory and all praises. I tell you one thing, that is, I thank the Most High for the message in which he had truly taught me. He gave me 2 hours. I was way on a whole different lesson in Ecclesiastes, just over there messing with Solomon. Solomon was messing with me, and I was messing with Solomon. We was over in there doing it up. And this is where I end up. Because he said, I want you to really understand that anything else go on in your life, you run back to Genesis chapter 3 and 15, if you cannot in your battle with understanding it. Everything was already y'all divided where it's going to go, all the way to eternal. While we wrestle here on the earth trying to be a way that somebody wants us to be, to say things the way somebody says it, and to feel it the way they want us to feel it, and to do it the way they want us to do it. But every way that they have for us to do, to say, to walk, to talk, to look, guess what it's for, y'all? The outer man. So all the stuff that they teach it and molding in you all is for the outer man. They give you nothing for your inner man, that part that Yah has orchestrated. And then therefore no one sees your fruit, because the fruit of your spirit cannot be seen, because you're representing the outer man. You're covering up. Let me tell y'all, I remember when I was going to the Pentecostal Church of God. I was going there, and we used to wear just dresses, no makeup, no earrings, and we used to just be dressing like that. I came up out of their dress code. Oh, I'm telling you, because guess what I learned? They tried to tell you what religion you was in and what you believe in based on how they can look at your dress code. See, people wants to prepare the outer man to fool the outer man, those who are of the flesh. They're not trying to dress as the spiritual man, because you can. You can't dress a way that you can appeal like the spirit that is within you. You can't. That's what hypocrites and people who trying to be one thing on the outside and total something else on the inside. And that's why people are so disappointed. People have been going to church after church, leaving this one because they don't understand why the pastor and they teaching this, why they letting them do this, and because we are following the outer part of these men and women. We're looking at the outer man. We don't understand a pastor, a bishop, a priest. They didn't understand them you're looking at his outer man. You don't know who he is or who he called to in his spirit. And because you're looking at his outer man, your outer man is judging his outer man, and it don't look good. So if you know his outer man ain't looking good, you know his inner man ain't good. That's trying the spirit by the spirit, and you're looking at his fruit. And that's what people do today. They'll look at Beyonce and think she the best of the best, and Satan on top of her head and at the bottom of her feet. And they don't care about that. They're looking at the outer. And that's how it is with the churches, with the pastors, with the I'm going to tell y'all, when I would go to church, I try to sit way in the back. When I want them to see me, I would get in the front seat. And they couldn't stand to see me. They couldn't even stand to look. Because something about that serpent, he knows that woman's seed. He knows. So I did that a couple of times in my life because I wanted to know, can they see me from the outer? And yes, they can, baby. Yes, they can. They know who you are. This one pastor, she was a female preacher. The neighbor invited me to her church. She was assistant pastor, and her pastor was a female pastor. She told her, I was going to bring this prophetess. I lived in Atlanta. I'm bringing this prophetess. She told her that she was bringing me. And, oh, baby. After service, that lady took out running through the back door. She said, I wonder why she doing that. She knew I was going to introduce you. I wonder why she... I said to myself, oh, that's okay. Maybe next time. Oh, y'all already knew why she was running. You better run. I'm going to tell y'all, they know. They know. Okay? And that's why they need to get with others to bring you down. Because they think in strength, they can bring you down. See, they won't come on you one-on-one. They got to, and you know the one that will come barking is the newcomers. They don't know nothing. Just call themselves and found out something. And them the worst of the worst. Them are the worst of the worst. Because they didn't got a little bit of something. They just running like fools. And don't even understand, baby, you ain't even got nowhere near what it takes. But they come in. And that's why a lot of times I don't even be bothered by questions when I know that this is a person who's so far out in the ocean, they can't see dry land. They just can't see it. They just can't see it. They didn't heard something and they just going for what they didn't heard. And now they coming to your page to try to measure you, trying to judge you. I said, look at here. Ain't that cool? That is so cool. And they just don't know. You so far on the deep end. Far on the deep end. It's no, I'm a prophetess in the wilderness. I don't have time to break this whole thing down to you. Okay? I tell you somebody that can. The Ruach HaKodesh. Okay? Won't you tarry for it? Okay? It'll bring you up to level. Okay? Okay? Because that's what he can do. He saved the best for last. I'm telling y'all, he saved the best. Somebody that been dealing with the Ruach since 4 years old, I believe, this is me now, he saved the best for last. He saved the best for last. And that might sound funny and cute, but it's sad. It's sad because they are the one who suffer for the righteousness. They're the one who you ain't gonna see them laughing, having fun. You ain't gonna hear them happy. You ain't gonna hear them smiling. They gonna come bold and sharp and oh man, they ain't got the time to play. That's just them. They seem like they unhappy, but they just don't have that time to play because their mission is to come in and cut on out. You see, so I think that's I believe that he saved the best for last. I really do. So I hope you all got something out of it. Do anyone have any questions? Yes, I'm glad you enjoyed the message. I hope that you all got something out of it. Did y'all get something out of that? Really? It was so beautiful to me when he was teaching me. I was like, okay, I guess this is what I talk about. I was in Ecclesiastes all over the place. I like that chapter. I always did. Like I said, Solomon is my brother. When he talking to me, I'm like, you gotta be kidding. You did that, Solomon? Oh, Solomon, hold up. I'm experiencing that, you know? Yep, that Genesis 15 will tell the truth of the whole matter. It'll let you know who you are. I'm telling you, it really would. It'll make sense. Why? And so it helps me as a prophetess in the wilderness because it helped me understand all these things that I'm seeing happen. I have to understand that's that power of your father's right hand, girl. What you talking about? Your last one should be scared. Your last one should be saying, oh, they doing that. Hey, wait a minute. You know about that right hand. You know about that power, you know? But I look at it, I say, okay, now see, now which I don't understand. Now I'm flesh too now. I can see this thing. I see it for what it is, and it's sad. I'm human and I'm a female. So we feel that thing. That's what I call it. I feel that thing. I feel what is actually taking place and what is actually going on. And in the world just walking around like, hey, with their ice cream licking it. You know, everything's okay, you know, but it's okay. It's all well because Yah has already orchestrated the beginning to the end. So since anyone has any questions, Yep. He is the light of the world. Yes, Father. Yeah. Yes. Yes. And we can't say we can't see in this darkness if he's the light. See, we see because he is the light of the world. So we can't run and we run around here and can't see, something wrong, something going on. I'm hoping today is the last day. I feel in my spirit it is the last day, but I'm also going to seek the face of the Most High to be in my face, because I don't know what is going to happen. Something's going to happen, y'all, and I'm going to go and tell y'all up front. I can't explain it. I know it, unless it's this whole 7 days with me. That could be it, and that could be it, because when he was giving me that feeling, that was before anything had happened with the event. So it could be the whole overall, the after effect of the event and the 7 days that he have turmoil. I say turmoil with me, meaning he's been speaking to my spirit. And it has been such a awesome, great feeling for him to speak like that. Thank you. Thank you. It has been a very a powerful, good comfort. Because that's the thing about it, y'all. I feel that comforter, So have y'all ever felt the comfortable? I mean, the comfort. That's the Holy Spirit. I mean, I do. I can, because that's what these 7 days was about. And in the process of while I'm in his arms, he's teaching me. I appreciate him for that, because I learned that I'm gonna tell y'all something. This might help somebody in the live chat. I learned that we can sit and put our trust in our families all you want. You better drop that stuff. And I know it's hard, because you really think that they love you and they got your best interest at hand. But when you are born of the seed of the woman, the seed of the spirit, don't nobody love you like the Most High Yah. And if your household don't have the same spirit, then if they have the opposite spirit, their enemy, they are the enemy that comes to go up against your heel. That's just what it is. That's the reality of it, y'all. That's to tell the truth of the whole matter. That's it. We can say, well, we can try to sugarcoat and make it this and that. That's it. That's just it. And we want to call things cute and it's okay because it's happening. And through the 7 days, he was just telling me, see, now I try to show you other ways, but this is the way I want you to see it. Now you had to step in the ram, do all that you did, step in the ram and stand back while you step in the ram. And now you see everyone went against what you did for them. And then that's when he told me, you need to go back to Genesis. Come on here. Let's go to Genesis 3:15. And it helped a great deal. It helped a great deal. And then all these verses and stuff, me too. So I think today is the last day. And it has helped me. That's why he switched me from Ecclesiastics to talking about the steps that are ordered, the feet, which was in Genesis 3:15. You see, one thing about Genesis 3:15 that he's telling me to say to y'all right now, which I'm learning this as I'm about to speak it, is the whole world, if they take this book, they will say Genesis 3:15 is the Messiah. They will say it is Jesus Christ. The Hebrew would say it's Yeshua HaMashiach. He didn't put him in the beginning like that, because that wasn't his time. That was the beginning of creation when he put chapter 3:15. When he allowed us to know and Satan to know that he put an intimacy between Satan's seed and her seed. Her seed does not represent a female. It's just him speaking in a female entity. of his spirit, his spiritual seed. 99 point trillion billion wouldn't even knew that. Just like the right hand. When y'all know about the right hand, y'all know something they don't know. Y'all don't believe it, but it's the truth. Tomorrow I can get in here and I can bring y'all so many verses talking about that right hand, and y'all will say, we shouldn't be talking about nothing but the Father's right hand. I'll say to you, that's what I'm talking about. When y'all see all them verses, you'll be saying, well, why everybody talking about everything? What's wrong? What about the right hand? Nobody ain't talked about it. And I probably can get about 200 verses telling you about the power way before the Messiah, way before Yeshua HaMashiach. He's been doing it since Genesis chapter 1 and verse 3. That's when the power came through. You see? But they don't know nothing about it. That's why you probably got 4,000 or 5,000 different religions that surrounds Genesis 1 and 26 because they don't know who it is. They don't know what's going on right there. They said that that's something else. Some say it's angels. Some say it's the Son of Man. It's Yeshua. Some said it's Yeshua HaMashiach. No, you can't add Yeshua up on that one. Not on that one. That was the Father's right hand. Yeshua ain't got nothing to do with that. But they don't know nothing about it. So Sister Deborah said, I appreciate each and every last one of you all are tuning in. And I hope you got something out of it. But you know what? I see that I got about 900 and something videos uploaded. And the Father told me, you got so much spirit and truth in these videos. This is why he was saying that the food of the spirit, it ain't like the people don't have it, Deborah. It ain't like it's not present. It's like they don't want it. So when they don't want it and don't eat from it, then they eat from the plate of the serpent. Let them eat. They got to be who they are, because I ordered their steps too. So y'all didn't know that, did you? He ordered the good man, and he ordered those that are the seed of Satan to walk in Satan's steps. That's what he did. So this is why I have a hard time as a prophetess understand. Now, I ain't gonna say understand it because I don't want to understand what they understand. I don't accept all this about fallen angels falling all out of the sky and all that old crap. And then they and this is what gets me. Every denomination from the Pope, the Catholics, which is the Pope, every denomination take Genesis 6 and screw it up and screw it down. They done messed Genesis 6 all up. And the Father say, see, they just won't get it. Because to mess Genesis 6 up will mess up what the Messiah was saying when he came. You see? And that's what they do. And that's what they did. How is it the Roman Catholic, the Pope, and every denomination who don't even believe in Yeshua HaMashiach, they believe Mary is some sort of God, but yet they have the same thing in common when it come down to Genesis chapter 6. Everybody say that those are fallen angels. Everybody says those giants had sex and had children by the woman. You all tell me why would they lie like that for all those hundreds of years? Why would today they continue that lie? Because y'all allow them to. He takes me right back where? Genesis 3 and 15. Those are the serpent's seed. Their father is the liar of A to Z. So that's why they lie. When do giants have babies with little girls? Because they fail to realize in Genesis 1, it says the men began to multiply. What was that about? And they begin to have what? Daughters. So these were young girls that their daddy was selling. And because the sons of Yah, they got out for their path because they saw what the sons of man were doing. Men were doing. And they decided to take what they saw men selling, as many as they please. And then that's when Yah stepped in and said, see, my spirit shall not always strive with them in this, for they are also flesh. Okay, I'll pull up. No. I'm a student of the Ruach. I'll pull up and say, wait a minute. What you mean your spirit ain't always strive with them? What's going on? What's going on? Because they flesh. Then what he do? He chopped the time period of life and told you how long they gonna live. He said, my spirit shall not always strive. When you look up into that word strive with them, he means tussle with them in what they doing, for they are flesh. See, he's letting you know these are sons of Yah. They have the spirit of Yah. But because when they got down here and saw what the men were multiplying, and they were taking their daughters and having daughters and taking their daughters, sex trafficking all over the place. They looked at that and they said, oh, wow, I like that. And they got detached. Just like David looked in the window and saw another man's wife, didn't want nothing but her, to the point he had to kill her husband off just to get her. You see? Same thing. That's what these angels did. It's not angels. That's what the sons of Yah did. They were men like you and I. Human. But they were spirits of Yah that tampered in with what the men were doing. Sex trafficking. Just like today. That's why he says it's going to be like the days of Noah. So what happened? What happened then, Deborah? When it got to Yeshua, to describe it to you, he went to say in marriage and give it in marriage. Not because this woman said, I want to marry, but just giving to a man. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Just listen at the verse in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They were given. It's going to be like the days of Noah. Marrying and giving. That's what the men were doing in Genesis chapter 6. They were giving their daughters away. When the sons of Yah saw this, they got embedded in it. And then they were beginning to take as many as they please, many as they begin to take as many as they please. What man is giving their daughters away to where people can just take as many as they please? So do you see what's going on, y'all? You see how y'all set up in their lives all these years? Men were selling their daughters as prostitution for this. It was explaining to you that giants were in that day. What do it look like a giant penetrating a child or a young girl or a virgin? What do that look like? The giants had children by the daughters. Do that make any sense, y'all? I don't give a rat's behind what Enoch is saying. The same one that smeared this book smeared Enoch in your mind too. Easily. It don't make sense. But then when Yeshua pull up, he tells the truth of the matter. He says it's going to be like the days of Noah. They're going to be marrying and giving in marriage. See that word, giving. What's the difference from marrying, Father, and giving? Here, just take them. Sex trafficking. That's what the men are doing to their daughters today. Yes. That's what's going on. Having them, don't know where they at, don't care where they at, ain't took care of them, just letting them just be out. A lot of them, that's what they grabbing. The Roman Catholics, that's up their alley. They've been messing with little boys and little girls since the beginning of time, way back in the biblical times. So that's up their alley. They ain't gonna make you understand Genesis 6. Matter of fact, they're gonna smear it a little bit so you'll never understand. Just like Genesis chapter 3 and 15. And then I say, Father, so when people don't understand it, because the smear, he said, because it's not that. Because when I was going down in Genesis, Deborah, Genesis 1 and 2, I was showing you perfect. They couldn't even see the perfect will. When I created everything, they didn't even see it in righteous. They still can't see it today. So he's showing me it's not that they cannot see, it's just they created to not see nothing. And that's why they teaches you all the way that they teaches you all on these devil platforms. And from what I see, I'm trying to understand in my head, this is me in my head, how is these people getting all these likes and these subscribers and they ain't telling nobody no spirit, no truth, no light, just telling them about the world, and they winning the people over. The desires of the flesh, and they winning the people over. And I said, that's crazy. They saying Yah, they saying Yahuwah, they saying Ahaya, Ahaya. Anytime somebody can tell you Yah is giving them dreams and vision to a people that's in the world that then already sold themselves over to Satan in plain view, then you run right back to what? Genesis 3 and 15. They're already the serpent seed. So this is why you see them over here serving the serpent 24/24. So why is Yah giving you dreams and vision to tell the world about those who are following the serpent? Do that make any sense? I don't get it. I don't get it. When I say that, y'all, I mean I do get it. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all. Each and every last one of you. Yeah, Enoch, let me tell y'all something. Enoch been knocked too. Enoch been knocked too. Woo, Father. When anytime a book don't bring you to a higher level of Yah, they messed up from the floor up. Don't feed from it. Enoch ain't never told you nothing about being redeemed, about the Most High Yah, his power, his glory, his honor. He's telling you stories, y'all. Things that took place. Can it redeem you? The things Enoch is saying, what is it going to do for you on this earth or in the heavens? Nothing. So therefore, why are we feeling that we should go to all these lost books? Ain't nobody lost but us. And if you can't get that, I'm sorry. Ain't nobody lost but us. Us human. Enoch did him. And that's it. We want to put flesh always on the pedestal. But we can't put Yah that high. We got to put everybody else up on a pedestal and serve and worship what they say, what they said, what they say, what they said. But we cannot seem to put the Most High Yah on the highest pedestal. And that's what's wrong. We never knew how to put Yah as high as he can go in us. We can't put him at that standards because we think the flesh of man and what they done said in the days back, in the days of their time, we put them on the highest pedal, put Yah down at the bottom of our feet. That's how our minds are messed up. That's how we see life and we see everything. The same person that smeared this book made Enoch's book. And let me say this first and foremost. I'm going to go into what my brother-in-law said. He said, they told me I'm going to need I need to go to seminar school and I better get me a good book. I told them, what book did the disciples have? See, that's what we messed up at. We don't understand stuff like that. That's too simple to understand. That's too much light for us. That's too bright for us. Those disciples wouldn't run around and quote nothing. They was led by the Spirit. But we run around here looking for Enoch. And what's all them other books called? Wait a minute, hold up. They didn't have to do that. And those who follow them. So how did we get locked on it? Because we that far out, we gone. We that far gone. And I tried to tell y'all 2 years ago. He said it's finished, Deborah. They gone. See, first I was clocking us down 65. Then I said 70. Then I said 75. I swooped all the way from 75 to 85. I said, no, right now, baby, we at 100. We gone. We gone. Because we don't see no spirit and truth in the whole matter of what all this stuff that's been taught. But I will share something with y'all, though. In the last 3 weeks, the Father has been teaching me a lot. And I told you, this is kind of shaky to me. Because it's almost like Sister Deborah going to be one of the ones that shows up when he comes. Because I'm like saying, why are you telling me all this stuff? What all this stuff? And then I saw him about 4 or 5 times lately in this week. No, it was twice this week, and I think it was about 3 times last week. What's his name? Darby. I agree with a lot of things he says. But there's some things I don't agree with. But guess what? That's still my brother. Because he was speaking what? Spirit and truth. He still speaks spirit and truth. And what was he? A Christian. See, to me, it's not what you are called from the outer man. It's who you are on the inner man that can speak that spirit and truth. A lot of things he said, I didn't care for. And he had another heavy, I don't know why this spirit, I don't even know if it got to be a spirit, because Solomon was telling me that today. He was telling me a lot of the ways of things are a spirit. That's what Solomon said. He said, all of it is a spirit, Deborah. I said, you kidding? He said, he was breaking that thing down to me, and I was just reading Solomon. I said, wait a minute, everything is vaccine and vanity and vaccination. I said, okay. Then he said, and they all spirits. I was like, woo, because that's all I say. I say that to my children. I say that to everybody. I category things based on the spirit realm. And it works very well, even when you ministry, because you can't lose them that way. All this other horse mess, you can lose them. But if you talk to them in spirit and truth, you can't lose them. It keeps them right here, rooted. It's like a seed planted. They don't go nowhere. But like I said, all the books, if you collect all the books and you go read all them books, then I'm going to come save you. Then I'm going to redeem you. Now one of them books going to direct you to the Ruach HaKodesh. And that's dangerous if it ain't going to lead you to the Holy Spirit. If it ain't going to give you the words to lead you to the light. If none of them words going to lead you to spirit and truth, slam that stuff down. That's not food for your spirit. These are just stories that was told and that was smeared. Those books are no different than this book that's been smeared. Only one thing outweighs all books, and that is the Holy Spirit. He promised he would come to teach you all things. And then he turned around and said, don't put your trust in no man. What you mean? What you mean don't put your trust in no man? Because man is not created to equal up to my Father. He is the highest it gonna ever get. You want to learn something? Take your tail on to a seminar or all this scholar and all that mess. You're going to learn from the flesh of man. But I'm going to tell you, if you want to learn from where you don't have to pay and you can get it within a quickie, get up under that Ruach HaKodesh. He's some teacher. And he's going to teach you all things. And I ain't mean some. I mean all. The things in the world, things out of the world, things spirit. He's going to teach you it all. But you have to come to him like he got all that and some. He can do that. You can't come to him talking, yeah, I want the Holy Ghost. I want the Holy Spirit. I want the Ruach. And I've been praying for it. No, baby. You got to feel that thing. It's a feeling to that. You talking about repenting? Repent is a feeling. But to want the Ruach, it is a feeling down deep in. It is no play. Sister Deborah better get out for here. So I, Sister Deborah, say, I will be back. And I hope you all gained something out of this message. I know I was a little here and a little there, but to the Ruach HaKodesh, he said you was right where I wanted you. You land that plane, Deborah. You land that plane. And I give him all glory and honor and praise for him being all that he is, all that he was, all that he gonna be. I thank him for being a forgiving God, one that accept our repentance, because he continued today to pour out grace and mercy on all mankind. That's the one I come to know. And I give him all glory and praise and honor. And I just thank him for being who he is all by himself. He don't need me. He all that by himself. Before anything was created, he was who he is. He is the I am of whatever he want to be. And I give him all praise and all glory and all honor. And I say, amen. I'm going to tell y'all, get to know him. Get to know him in the midst of all this darkness. And I hope each and every last one of you all gained something from this message. And I will say I did. I will say I did. Shalom and shalom.